good, everybody? I am back with another video, and before I get started with this review here, I want to say thanks for stopping by. And if this is your first time here, if you haven't done so already, make sure you do the right thing and hit the subscribe button below. And if you enjoyed the video, then give your girl a thumbs up. Alright, so let's get it. I have this box here. This is a two-piece box. It's completely matted out. The top lid is in black and the Jumpman logo is in the center in red. And for the bottom part of the box, along the four walls, there's an elephant print throughout. And this is a size 4, which is my size. And so this is a GS size that I hit on. I also hit on a men's size, and as you can see, it's a little different, right? So this box is a one-piece box. It has the elephant print wrapped along the right side, on the top lid and the bottom part, and there's a glossy overlay to it. And then in the center of this black square here at the lid, the Jumpman logo is debossed in a racer blue color. So this design is very similar to the Cool Grey 3 box that I reviewed not too long ago. And so men's size and GS size clearly have different boxes. I think that's the only difference between the two size tiers though. Everything else is the same. So I'm going to review this GS size here. So let's take a look inside. This is the Air Jordan 3 Retro in the racer blue colorway, and this shoe uses the same color blocking as the Fire Red 3s, which is such a classic shoe. It's an OG colorway for the 3s. So Tinker Hatfield originally designed the 3s in 1988, and I think it's one of the best silhouettes in the sneaker game. I have my black cement 3s that I regularly wear. It's like in my top 5 rotation. And so we haven't seen this colorway for the shoes yet. This racer blue is not an OG colorway, but we have seen other blues in the past, like the True Blues, right? And I actually kind of thought that the True Blue was gonna be for the shoe here, and it uses the Fire Red 3's color blocking, but I was very wrong. This is a very vibrant blue. It's like a sporty, well, I guess it's not like a sport blue because the Sport Blue 7s exist, so it's not the same blue. It's kind of like a Motorsport 4 blue, but more like an SI blue in my opinion, if y'all know what that looks like. So this shoe incorporates 3 things that I really like: the Jordan 3s, which is one of the best silhouettes, elephant print, and some 3M. So let's see how they execute it. So let's go into some details. For the upper panels of the shoe, there's quite a few different materials being used, so there's a lot of texture going on. So for the largest panel, it's made out of a bright white tumbled leather, and then the layer right above it is a smooth leather that's in white that wraps from the lateral to the medial side. So here's where it gets really interesting. So at the forefront of the shoe, as well as the heel counter, it's supposed to be an elephant print design, but this is not elephant print. I don't know what this is. I know my elephant print because it's my favorite pattern when it comes to sneakers. And this is just not it. It's kind of like black tumbled leather, and they took gray paint and blotched around it.
Hey, don't rub on that. You blocked that. You understand? That's alpaca.
Which I thought was so interesting. I have my True Blues here from 2011, and to show the difference between the two, this is what elephant print is supposed to look like, and this is just not it. So the gray paint is actually 3M paint, and I think that they could have executed the shoe a lot better to use 3M embedded into the shoe, because this is just not cutting it for me. Moving towards the back of the shoe, there is a plastic heel piece, and I thought it was gonna be a pull tab, but for GS size, it's completely stitched on, whereas the men's is detached. So you can actually pull on it. Here, it just defeats the purpose. It's just for style and not actual practicality. And so I thought that was really interesting. It's the same thing as my True Blues from 2011. So I guess it's a GS thing, which is so impractical. Also on the back of the shoe, the Jumpman logo as well as the air text is in Racer Blue, and it's really raised compared to my True Blue pair from 2011 where this one's just slightly embossed. And at the top of the collar, there's perforated leather in Racer Blue. So let's take a look at the right shoe. Here we have the right shoe, and these shoes come fully pre-laced with the cotton flat white laces. And for the tongue of the shoe, the lower half is perforated in a cement gray color, and the upper half is in a smooth white leather, and the Jumpman logo is embroidered on in Racer Blue. For the TPU eyelets, there's 3 different shapes, so they're either circles, half circles, or rectangles, and they're in either white or Racer Blue. And underneath the middle set of eyelets, there's some more perforated leather in cement gray. For the inside of the shoe, the sock liner is in cement gray, and on the opposite side of the tongue is in the Racer Blue color. For the insoles, it's white with the Jumpman logo imprinted at the heel in Racer Blue. For the polyurethane foam midsole, it's two-tone. So for the upper part of the midsole is in the Racer Blue color, and the lower part is in white. And at the heel, there's window cutouts on both the lateral as well as the medial side to expose the air bubble unit. And the Air Jordan 3s were the first Jordans to expose the air bubble unit, which I thought was really cool. It looks so good. And so one thing to note is that for preschool size, you will not see the air bubble unit. It starts at grade school and goes into the men's size. And at the forefront of the midsole is made out of rubber. And one thing to note is that it will yellow just like how my True Blues did. But I guess that's what happens when you wear your shoes. For the outsole of the shoes, this is your classic Jordan 3's outsole silhouette, and it's tri-colored, so there's some cement gray, Racer Blue, as well as white, and the Jordan text is embossed at the heel. These Racer Blue 3s had all the ingredients and dreams and aspirations of being such a super dope shoe, but the execution just wasn't there for me. Like the Jordan 3 silhouette is one of my favorite sneaker silhouettes in the game. I always talk about it. Elephant print is my favorite pattern when it comes to sneakers. And 3M's super dope to have, right? Whether it's on apparel or shoes. So I don't know what went wrong here or why it just didn't work out, but it didn't for me. Maybe I'm just being really hypercritical because I really like my Jordan 3s. I don't know. So let me know in the comments what you think about these shoes. Are these it for you, or are you just gonna pass on them? So if you ever get your hands on these or you're feeling them, make sure you go true to size and hang tight because I'm gonna show you all what they look like on feet.